Well, good afternoon, everybody. So, we got our load off this morning down in Georgia, and they sent us up here to back up to Tennessee, Goodlettsville, Tennessee, to grab a load of Tyson going up to Illinois. Hey, we ain't getting in the water. It's too cold. Parked at a truck stop, but I crossed this little creek about a quarter mile back. And it's flowing pretty good clear water. It's still a little cold, but if it wasn't, I might hit that gravel bar over there and get a bucket. Look at her. Jewel, get out of there. Get a bucket of that gravel bar and wash that in my gold pan. You know, Tennessee, Kentucky, Georgia, the Carolinas, Virginia, Maryland, all that area has a lot of gold in it. Everybody knows the quote, there's gold in them there hills, and they think they're talking about California, but what happened was, back in the gold rush when everybody was going to California, they were trying to keep the population on the east side, and so that quote was talking about the east side. They were saying, hey man, ain't no reason to go all the way to California. There's gold in them there hills right here. So they did hit a mother lode out there, but there's gold all up through here. So another thing I like to do every now and then. But yeah, this will be a good little creek. I wish people wouldn't throw trash again, because there are there's an old tire down there, a floor mat or something. But about a quarter mile from the truck stop up in the woods. So me and Juju just out exploring. I'm gonna have to change my sleep schedule, move to nights for the next 2 nights, because this load I'm picking up here picks up. It'll be ready at 12:33. So 33 minutes after midnight tonight, I can go pick it up, and then it delivers at 1:45 in the morning on the 12th. Up in Illinois. So it's only a 10-hour drive. I'll drive it. I'll go ahead and drive all day tomorrow, or from midnight to about 10 in the morning, and get there, and then find a place to rest up there to deliver at 1:45 in the morning. But we're fixing to go to the truck and make us a simple dinner, so we can try to catch some kind of nap between now and midnight 30. All right, guys, God bless. Hey, everybody, we're back in the truck now, and gonna make a dinner, kind of a light dinner, because we're gonna sleep through the real dinner time, so we pick his load up a little after midnight. Well, Juju be mad at me right now. Juju be, you mad at me? You mad at me? You mad at me? Yep. I had to wash her head. Tell them what you did. Tell them what you did. Nasty. So yeah, we was coming back from the creek. We were checking out that creek, and or creek, depending on where you're from. And coming back up the hill there, she got to doing what she always does, find her a spot to roll. So she starts rolling. Well, obviously you're rolling on the incline. You start rolling down. She gets down at the bottom, down to the end of the leash, hops up, comes running up to me, looks up and smiles, and the whole side of her head is green. And I was thinking, man, that grass sure did. That sure is a heck of a grass stain, you know, because she has that white on her neck and everything. I said, that sure is a heck of a grass stain. And then we got to get closer to the truck, and I seen some of that green fall off of there, and I said, that ain't no grass stain. So I got to the truck. I had to chain her up on the back of the truck with her leash, go through about a half a bundle of antibacterial wipes, and I don't know if it's bear scat or pig or what it is. It didn't smell like regular, you know, like if you stepped in some dog crap or something. It was real earthy, but it was definitely some kind of feces on the side of her face, and she was happy as could be with it. So it took me about 20 minutes just to clean her up good enough to get in the truck. And then I got I had this leave-in foam cleaner for the dog, and she hates it. She hates to smell good. It smells like lavender. And I got her good. I lathered up and wiped it off of her. Now she's mad at me. Don't even want to look at me. Judy B, are you mad at me? Is you mad at me? How come you won't look at me? You look at me. You tired? You done it. You done it. I didn't do it. You done it. You know better. Huh? That's what I say. Don't be doing all that rolling, girl. Yeah. Rolled right off in a batch of it. Alright, so easy peasy dinner. We're going to do some tuna wraps. And a little pasta I ain't never tried. This is a wild mushroom pasta, 39 cents at the scratching dent. So I figure that might be okay. I might want to put a cream cheese off in there, actually. Let that sit for a minute. So, 2 of the small cans of tuna. Open that with your P38 military can opener. I've said it a dozen times. Get one. Keep it on your keychain. Keep it in your purse. Keep it in your glove box. Keep one in your pocket. I keep one in my pocket all the time. I give them away to family members for Christmas presents or whatever. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to be a conspiracy theorist. But the times we're living in, end of the world, and all you got is this can and no way to open it. A stick ain't gonna do it. Yeah, you could crush that open with a rock and lose half of your tuna and all the juice that has all the fat in it that you're gonna need to survive. And it reminds me of the movie. I've said it before. The pianist towards the end of the movie, he had a can of peaches. He hung onto that can of peaches for a week trying to figure out how to get into it. And finally, somebody dropped him off a can opener. Happened to have been one of the bad dudes, one of the Nazis. But yeah, get your P38. They're like 2 for $1, Army surplus. Pop it in there, open it up. Alright. I kind of made a little bit of a homemade relish here. So I chopped up some pickles. That's my hamburger deals. And some of the jalapeno pickled carrots. The story behind that is I didn't know that big can of carrots was a big can of carrots. I thought it was a big can of jalapeno because my niece was like, hey, Uncle Bakay, Uncle Jason, you want this can of jalapenos? I'm going to donate it because I ain't going to eat them. Heck yeah, I want that can of jalapenos. I love a jalapeno. And so I was going to do some a different thing that my mother-in-law taught me, kind of an hors d'oeuvre type thing with the cream cheese and onion soup mix, tuna, pickled jalapenos, chill it down. That's really good. I'll make some, but I got to get rid of these carrots first. So I opened that can up thinking I was going to be making that, and it was nothing but the carrots. Had like 3 little slices of jalapeno. So I'm down. I mean, I got that container down pretty good now. So yeah, I'm eating those on pretty much everything instead of jalapenos. So no, those weren't jalapenos, Ariel. Those were just carrots. But that's alright. I like them. So I got that in there. Now normally, I like real mayo on my sandwiches. But in tuna, I will use some Miracle Whip. And I got some real mayo in the fridge, but compliments of the QT Truck Stop, they had little packages of Miracle Whip. Free for the taking. So I did. And I asked too, I said, hey, can I get some of that Miracle Whip? Well, yeah, it's what's out there. Alright, so I did. I'm gonna use 5 of those. And those are about a teaspoon, so. Give that a little whip up. I'm gonna pepper it. Pretty heavy because I'm partial to the pepper, the black pepper. Put a little bit of salt, and that's tuna in water. I don't do the tuna in the oil. I don't like it. Now, if Mama was still around, sometimes she would make a tuna and put some little chopped up apples in there. I ain't got no chopped apples. What I am gonna try though is some sun-dried cranberries. They're pretty good. Almost raisiny, but it's a cranberry, and they look good in there. Sometimes on bright colors just look good on food. I guess it's better if your food ain't ugly, you know. It's gotta taste good for sure, but I guess not being ugly kind of helps. Let me give that a taste tester. I'm gonna approve. And believe it or not, the cranberries kind of cut down on the tartness of the chopped pickle. Now for my wrap, I got my favorite lettuce. Romaine. I don't know if it's Roman or romaine. Either way, it's the one I like. So we're gonna get us a couple of them out. I would say spoon it, but we're going to fork us on some tuna up on there. It looks pretty good already like that. But then we're going. Hang on. Alright guys, I got a phone call in the middle of that, so back to dinner. It was nothing important. I'm telling you, these motorcycle salesmen, I was looking at getting a new bike. I wanted either the Ibex 450 or the KLR Adventure. And they tell you one thing, then you get in there. So I get into a store a couple weeks ago, me and the wife. I sit on the Ibex, I sit on the KLR, and they don't have an Adventure KLR, they have the short one, the KLR S. But I sat on the Ibex, really liked it. It's the cheapest adventure bike you can get right now. And I said, yeah, let's see if I can get it. Go through all the paperwork and whatnot. And they're wanting more than I want to put down, and they want more than I want to pay per month. So then, literally, it come down to 35 bucks. 35 bucks more than I wanted to pay per month. And I said, no, I'm not going to do it, dude. I'm out of here. So I left. Then I contacted another dealer with a KLR. And they ran everything. He's like, I tell you, I can't. If you come up with $500 more for a down payment, then we can get it right to you, right where you want it. I said, okay. Let me get back to you. I got back to him. I said, hey, I got that extra for that down payment. By the time I get back in, can we just get the paperwork ready and whatnot? I'm a trucker. I'm out on the road. Got a couple days home. My time's precious to me. I want to come in, sign the papers, take off. I don't want to rigmarole all day. Yeah, let me get those numbers and get back to you. I said, well, you already said you could do it, so just call me back. He calls me back. He goes, well, I can't get the exact number because the sales manager really wants to get you in the store, just meet with you face to face, take a look at all that. And I'm like, this sounds fishy to me, because this day and age, you can go online. I could buy a bike from another store. I don't have to even meet them. I could do it online and ship it to the house. I don't want to pay for shipping, so I don't want to do that. This place is within an hour of the house. But that sounds fishy to me. Why do you need me in there? That's one of those bait tactics, man. They're going to get you in there. They're going to say, yeah, the bike is this price and this, but assembly and transport, and it's going to not be what you told me it was going to be. That's the only conclusion I come to. Or you could say, yes, this is how much down, this is how much a month, paperwork will be ready. It's that simple. That simple, y'all. So I think I'm going to buy a used bike. I think I'm going to take my down payment and just buy a used one and quit messing with these dealers. The one I want will be used in a couple of years, and then I'll get it then. But I'll settle. I'm gonna settle for an older bike, I believe. But anyway, and that'll unburden me from having another monthly payment anyway. So I'll probably come out better in the long run. You know what I mean? So, all right, let's take a look. Let's taste tester. I'm gonna try this wild mushroom pasta. Dang, that's pretty good. You know what I could put on there? Just to liven her up. Some Parmesan. Because it is a pasta, so it should go good together. Try that. Wild mushroom pasta. With some Parmesan. That's the ticket. Alright, now we got our little tuna wrap. From the romaine lettuce. That's good and good for you. The only thing not good for you in there is that Miracle Whip. You could go with a light, but that stuff's nasty. That light is nasty. She'll get mad at me in a minute. She'll get mad at me when she figures out we're doing groceries early. But that's it, y'all. We're gonna do dinner and then hit the hay Pick this load up 30 minutes after midnight. Hit the road. Come on. We'll be there about 10 o'clock in the morning. Shut down. We don't deliver till 1:45 the next morning. So, all right, guys. God bless y'all. Have a good day.